Tolerance is the grudging acceptance of someone with whom you disagree, but an unwillingness to give them the full access to whatever rights you think you have.
We really need more than tolerance for lasting peace and freedom in any society.
I think the path beyond tolerance and diversity is freedom. It's an openness to accepting people who are different, to stay different, but accepting their differences.
In a way to connect with them, to find truth in each other's views, and out of doing that, create a sense of sisterhood and brotherhood and camaraderie.
The path beyond tolerance is building understanding, mutual respect, acceptance, and equal access and full citizenship.
Covenantal pluralism, on the other hand, is about a relationship that I have with you.
Covenantal pluralism really requires that people move beyond just mere tolerance or conversations along diversity and are willing to actually actively engage people that are different from them.
Where people of all these different backgrounds can engage and work towards a greater good.
Where they stand up against oppression, not just for their own, but for people who think and believe differently than them. But it's not asking individuals to water down their beliefs, to find some sort of lowest common denominator. With covenantal pluralism, deeply held truth claims can still be maintained.
Religious freedom plays an essential role in covenantal pluralism.
Because religious freedom is the ability of people to bring their faith into the workplace, into the marketplace, into discussions.
Engagement of religious differences starts with relationships.
When we engage with others who are different, we get a whole new lens on the world, and we can see solutions to things that by ourselves we would never be able to solve.
We bring representatives of all faiths and none together on a regular basis. It's an action-oriented space, so we get them to then start working together and standing up for each other's freedom. Standing up for each other's freedom of thought, conscience, and religion.
Humility is absolutely essential to foster as a trait in how we relate to one another.
Last thing in the world we need to do is preach to one another. We need to join our hands. So humility says, okay, my friend, we've got a problem, and there is a solution. Let's talk about what that could be.
Because before saying something, you have to listen and understand how people in a different country, in a different culture, see the same problem.
And without building those relationships, we will never be able to solve for the massive global challenges that we see and that we face every day.
We're not trying to change each other's beliefs, or we're not trying to force people to be like us.
I meet people that have very different beliefs and backgrounds, and I see the humanity and the dignity in each of them. And we don't always come to agreement on what we believe, but we do agree on respecting that dignity and that humanity in one another.
Engaging with others across differences has had a radical impact on me.
Being in this space have helped me to grow on my faith, my understanding. There's growth happen to you when you engage with people and you listen to people who's open mind and open heart.
It's made me a stronger person of faith.
God gave us one mouth and 2 ears. We need to listen first and engage as many people as we can.
What we are working towards is a society in which all the different groups, ethnic and religious, majority and minority, are able to see each other as valuable and as having inherent worth.
Engaging across religious differences will be the key piece if we're to see a 21st century where violent religious persecution is no more.
The genius of the divine creation was to make us all in the image of God, and yet every one of us has a different image that has to be appreciated as God's creation is as well. So we cherish those differences, we learn from those differences, and can be transformed by what we learn from those who are different.